Okay, so we are starting with an LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Toffee. And that's just to clean up the eyebrows and make it look just a little sharper. Next, we're taking that same concealer and applying it on the eyelid and blending it out. This just helps with making a cleaner base for when you apply your eyeshadow, and it also makes it easier to apply. This is the Colourpop Through My Eyes palette, the new ILUVSARAHI collection. All these shades are amazing. I will have each shade that I use in the description below. I'm going to start with the soft pink to go all over my eyelid. Next, I'm going to use the hot pink shade to go right underneath where I put the soft pink. And for people that have smaller eyes like I do, it helps to put the shade a little bit over your brow bone so that the color actually shows up before you do the cut, well, when you do the cut crease. Now I'm going back in with that soft pink shade above the crease so that it can blend a little better. Of course, blending is really important when you're using these high definition shades. Now I'm going in with a more maroon color, and that's going to go near the ducks part, and it's going to go all the way over to create more of a definition, and it's going to look really good when I do the cut crease. Now I'm going back in with that same LA Girl Pro Conceal in the shade Toffee, and I'm going to cut my crease. It's not really important to make the crease definition like that intense, just because if you're going to use more of a shimmery shade, you can fix it yourself or you can blend it to make it look a little better. So I'm just making sure I have product all over so that it goes on well and so that it doesn't look choppy. Make sure you wet your brush before you put this shade on. And now you're just going to put that shimmery shadow all over where you put the cut crease, and it does help to wet your brush. Now the important thing is to blend again. So I'm using that same maroon shade, and I'm going to go at a diagonal angle so that I can make the color look a little bit better and a little bit more blended, and go back in again with that soft pink at the top. Again, this is just to blend so everything looks cohesive. Okay, so for the purpose of this video, I definitely edited the wing liner offline, but just as a pro tip, you can use that same concealer shade you use and create like a line, and that also helps define or clean up your wingtip if you are not a professional, because I am definitely not. Then I use a blending, well, not a blending sponge, but more like a powder sponge to blend it in. Now I'm going in with the Makeup Forever mascara just to prep my eyes for the lashes that I'm about to apply. And then the bottom lashes, which I'll probably do twice, because after you put your foundation on and the powder, it kind of goes away. Okay, now I'm going in with the MAC Pigment in the shade Rose Gold. And I'm just going to apply that on my lid with my finger. It's actually easy to do that, and it just applies really easy, and it also gives you an extra little boost of shimmer. Okay, I did definitely apply my eyelashes offline, but this is what they look like. Now I'm going back in with that same Makeup Forever mascara just to blend the falsies in with my real lashes, and this actually helps make them look really good. Okay, prime time. Milani Prime Shield is my absolute fave. If you want a matte look or a matte finish, definitely try this out. And I'm just going to apply it in the areas where I feel like I might be a little more oily. Now I'm going again with my absolute new fave, TooFaced Born This Way foundation in the shade Tiramisu. I'm using a blending brush first, and then I'm going to go in and use a beauty blender to blend it out, and this just helps make for a more flawless finish. Thank you, Jackie Aina, for the reference. I'm definitely in love with the new TooFaced Born This Way collection. Do you see how good this coverage is? I only applied one time and blended it out one time, and it is flawless. It's giving me matte slash professional dewy, like it's just everything that you could ever want in a foundation. And it is only $39, guys, if you go to the TooFaced or your local Sephora store. Next, I'm using that same LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Toffee to do a highlight and just to make my face look a little brighter. Here, it is very important to blend, blend, blend. You do not want to have that flashback when you're taking pictures. I use a beauty blender just to make sure it is more airbrush finish. And then I also use a foundation brush afterward, and that just helps me with coverage, and it also helps me make it look a little more put together, if that makes sense. Make sure your beauty blender is wet or damp. It cannot be dry. If it is dry, it will just move all the product around without necessarily blending it. Okay, now it's time to contour. I'm using the MAC Deep Dark. It is just a foundation powder, but since it's really dark for me, I like to use it to contour and give my face a little more snatchedness. It also helps bring back the color to your face after you do a lot of highlighting, especially for us brown skin girls. It's very important to do this step. Now I'm going to set my concealer with Milani in the shade Topaz. Sometimes I use Laura Mercier's translucent, but when I want to look a little more sun-kissed, I use the shade Topaz. I'm going to put it under my eyes. I'm going to put it on my forehead, on my chin, and my cupid's bow, everywhere that I essentially did the highlight routine with the concealer. Now I'm just dusting away the excess powder and blending it as well, because of course blending is important. Now I'm going to do an extra step, and I'm going to highlight under the concealer area, or under the contour area, sorry. And this step is just for me because I do have a more round face. Now I'm going in with the CoverGirl Queen Collection in the shade Ebony Bronze. This is more of a bronzer, of course, and I'm going to use that to blend out under where I did the contour. Now I'm going with my Old Faithful MAC Mineralize Skin Finish in the shade Deep Dark. This is to set my entire face. It also gives me more of a good little shimmer without looking, you know, too glittery, but it definitely gives me a great look, and I really love this product. Alright, my new fave, AnGLOWla by Super Scent in the Crayon case. This is their highlighting powder, and when I tell you it is the bomb, it looks so good on and off camera. I'm going to use a fan brush to apply it just because it does help me as far as like angling right when it comes to the highlighting. I'm not a pro yet as far as that, so that fan brush definitely gives you the angle that you need. Finally, I'm going to go on the bridge of my nose and then on the tip of my nose with that same highlighter. Okay, now this, for the lip, I'm going to use the NickaK matte lipstick, and this is in the shade Aubergine. I got this from the beauty supply store for $1.99, guys. I did apply a little more because I didn't like how the first layer finished. Okay. Now I'm using a smaller blending brush and going back in the shade Divina from the Through My Eyes palette to go under my eyes. And it's just to smoke it out some. And finishing it off with the Kiss Matte Setting Spray. And we are done. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you liked this video. If so, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And I look forward to bringing you another video.